This video is going to demonstrate the entire Allmoxy workflow from start to finish. You'll probably want to grab a pen and paper or something to take notes with, as this is very important to your use of Allmoxy. So the first step in the Allmoxy workflow begins with the order itself. Whether the order is placed by the customer or whether it's placed in-house, this is where you'll start. As a customer, they can either save the order as a bid or submit the order. When the order has been submitted, Allmoxy can notify you using triggers by email or even SMS texts. As the customer is entering the order, they are also generating a parts list, allocating supplies, creating a packing list, and an invoice, which brings us to step 2. The second step in the workflow is the verifier. This is going to be an employee in your company whose job it is to look over orders and confirm their accuracy and make sure all required supplies are allocated and make sure that part lists are correct. You can find all orders by going to the orders list and using the status filter to only show ordered statuses. You can click on an order and check over all the details. And if it's ready for production, you can change the status to verified by clicking the status arrow and use the drop-down menu to select verified. Then click save. You can also use time tracking to change the status. At this stage, you'll also want to have an employee whose job it is to check for supplies that are out of stock and reorder those supplies from your vendors. To do that, go to the supplies navbar icon and select checkout order. The need to purchase section will list all supplies that are out of stock. To order them, click more, choose a vendor, check the email box if your vendors accept orders by email, and click order. This generates a PO and moves the item to the on order section below. When you've received the item, you can return to the on order section, click the received button, and click mark as received. This will check the item back into your inventory. The third step is producing the order. The manager will monitor the work schedule report. Any order that's been verified will land in this queue, which means it's ready to be produced. Use triggers to notify the manager that a new order is in the queue. You can find the work schedule report by going to Reports, Production, and then down to Work Schedule Report. At the work schedule report, you'll click the Start Job button. This will pull up the part list for you to print and send to the shop. It will also automatically change the order status to in progress. At this point, you'll also want to be checking out the supplies that you're using for each order. To do so, find the order in the orders list, click on the order number, and then click on the resource allocation tab. This is a list of all the supplies that are required for this order. The set aside column is Allmoxy's calculation of how much of that supply is needed for this order. To check the supply out of your inventory, you can use the already used column. This is the column that you'll put the actual amounts of supplies used. As you can see, Allmoxy calculated 24 of this supply, but I actually ended up using 29. So I'm going to enter in the actual amount used in this column. When I'm done, I'll click Save Changes. Allmoxy will let you skip this step of the process if you'd like to. To do that, go up to the Settings menu and click Order Settings. Here, you can choose an option from the Auto Checkout Supplies menu. You can either disable it, you can have it check out supplies globally, which is every supply in your system, or you can do it per supply, which allows you to select which supplies are going to be checked out automatically. After the order has been produced and is ready for shipment, you can now change the status to completed. To do this, return to the orders list, click the order number, find the status menu on the right side, and change the status to completed. You can also use time tracking to change the status. To ship the order, you will have your delivery driver or shipping manager monitor the delivery report page. The delivery report page is located at Reports, Production, Delivery Report. All orders that are at completed status will show up here, letting you know that it's ready for shipment. If the customer's account is in good standing, you will see a Ship Order button. Click this to change the order status to shipped. If they owe you money, you will need to collect that before you can ship the order. The amount to collect will be shown in red text. You can have your customers log into their account and pay online or apply a payment to their account for them. After the payment has been made, return to the delivery report page and click Ship Order. You'll want to go over each step of this process and designate which employee is responsible for each status of the order. Keeping up with the order status is very important in Allmoxy, and it allows your customers to track their orders throughout the process.